Alright, what's going on, everybody? We are live for Monday Night Football. There we go. I retyped final, and then I finally got it right. But we are live for Monday Night Football between the Panthers and 49ers. I actually don't know who has the ball first. Let me pull up the game. But welcome to the stream, everybody. We got the Panthers and 49ers tonight on Monday Night Football. Hopefully it's a good game. Should be closer than last night's game, because obviously that game was a blowout. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Panthers and 49ers on Monday Night Football. And let me pull up the chat. Also put a poll out in a second. But the 49ers have the football at the Panther 35-yard line. They've got a 1st and 10. Get that correct. There we go. Brock Purdy is playing, by the way, for the 49ers. Of some return from injury last week. And he is back again. Alright, now I can't get the game on, of course. Classic Monday night. Can't get the game on. But it's a 0-0 game. Now a 2nd and 7 for the 49ers after a 3-yard pass to Farrell. A handoff to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And McCaffrey picks up 8. That'll move the chains for the 49ers. Alright, there's the poll. Be sure to vote on that. For who you guys think will win. I got the 49ers. I forget the exact score I said. But I did take them with the win. 1st down here from the 24. Is a throw out to McCaffrey. For 8 yards. Makes it 2nd and 2 from the 16. Alright, I'm still trying to get the game on. So sorry about that. So sorry I missed Sunday. Hopefully this. It's alright. Don't worry about it. But be sure to vote on the poll right there. I got the 49ers. I'll check my score prediction in a second. And 2nd and 2 play as a handoff to Brian Robinson. And Robinson picks up 4 and moves the sticks. Robinson 2 carries for 11 yards. And McCaffrey 5 carries for 40 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 12 for the 49ers. They go back to the ground with McCaffrey, his 6th carry here on the opening drive. Already halfway through the 1st quarter. And McCaffrey gets stuffed at the line, no gain. Alright, still trying to get the game on. Let's see if I can get it on this way. 49ers score a touchdown. Of course, I missed it because the game won't load. But the 49ers scoring a 12-yard touchdown to Juwan Jennings. And they take the lead. So the 49ers get on the board first here. And the extra point for the 49ers is good. Alright. I still can't get this on. This is the problem I have every single time. But at least we don't have to worry about that for the moment because they're at commercial. Although I'll still try to get this on while they're at commercial. But we got 6:17 to go in the first quarter. 49ers up by 7. For a 12-yard touchdown pass to Juwan Jennings. It was a 15-play, 72-yard drive for the 49ers that took over half the quarter, 8 minutes and 43 seconds. And the Carolina Panthers will get the ball for their first possession here. Panthers actually can take the lead in the NFC South today with a win after the Buccaneers lost last night. Alright, there's static in my mic. I think I'm just going to switch to the other one. I was going to let it, give it a try, and if there was static, then I was going to switch, and now see there's static in it, so I'm going to switch my mic. Give me 1 second. That works while they're at commercial. I mean, not like I can get the game on anyway. But give me a second. Let's see. Does this work? Alright, I think I got it. I think I picked the right mic as well. But hopefully this one should work a lot better than the other one without the static constantly. The quality of it's definitely not quite as good, but I mean, I guess it is better if there's going to be a ton of static with the other one. But the kickoff from the 49ers is touchback, and the Panthers will take over at the 35-yard line. We've seen a lot of touchbacks between last night's stream and now one here. But the Panthers take over the 25-yard or 35-yard line. And the first play for the Panthers, a 4-yard run for Rico Dowdle right up the middle. We've got him in fantasy this week. I'm also playing against Christian McCaffrey. $5:40 to go in the first quarter. And the second down play is a 12-yard throw to Tommy Trumbull for a first down. Okay, I still can't get this game on. I hate watching games on ESPN. I know I say that like every week, but it's a problem every week. Oh, that play actually wiped off the board due to a holding call. So that backs the Panthers up 10, takes the 12-yard gain away. Be sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. I got the 49ers in this game. But it's a 2nd and 16 for the Panthers. And a quick throw to Rico Dowdle. And Dowdle going to pick up 3. Bryce Young completes his first pass. That actually counts this time. Alright, sorry guys. Still can't get this game on. And now we're a handoff to Chuba Hubbard for the Panthers on 3rd and 13 from their own 32. And Hubbard going to get a nice pickup gain 10, but still short of a first down. And the Panthers forced to punt it away. So they go 3 and out on their first possession. And the 49ers will get the ball back. It's a good punt, a 50-yard punt. No return. And the 49ers take over their own 8-yard line. With 3:40 to go in the first quarter. So a great start for the 49ers. A long touchdown drive on their first drive. And they forced the Panthers to go 3 and out on their first. Obviously, that penalty for the Panthers really set them behind. Be sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. Alright, I'm still trying to get the game on. I've been trying to get the game on literally the entire time I've been streaming. So 13 minutes already. And still can't get it on. But the good news is they're at commercial right now, so we're not missing anything. But we got 3:40 to go in the first quarter. A 7-point lead for the 49ers. Alright, I'm actually going to punch this thing. Maybe restarting my computer will help, although that never does. And of course it's got to update, so that might take an hour. Not quite, but a long time. The 49ers up by 7 with 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Brock Purdy 6 of 7, 33 yards and a touchdown. McCaffrey ran it 6 times for 28 yards, also with 3 catches for 12 yards. He had 40 yards in that opening drive. Alright, let's see. Maybe we can get the game on this time. Alright, let's see. Maybe restarting the computer worked. Oh, Brock Purdy just threw a pick. J.C. Horn picks him off, returns it for 13 yards. And that's going to put the Panthers with great field position inside the red zone. As Purdy throws a pick deep inside his own territory. But a big turnover right there. And the Panthers take over inside the red zone at the 16-yard line. After the interception. The first turnover of the game. And after a great drive for the 49ers on their first drive. Purdy throws a pick. For his second incompletion of the game. First down play is a run for Bryce Young. Gains 5 yards. Alright, let's see. My computer's now restarted. Maybe we can get the game on now. I doubt it, though. It's now 2nd and 5 from the 11-yard line for the Panthers. 3:21 to go in the first quarter. And they'll hand it to Rico Dowdle. Oh, I got it on. Let's go. Only took 15 minutes, but I finally got the game on. There we go. Alright, so 2nd and 5. We already know it's going to be handoff to Dowdle because I'm a little bit behind when watching the actual game. But Young hands off Dowdle up the middle. And Dowdle going to gain about 4. Was on top of a defender for a while, so he was able to not go down right away. Oh, I just realized I never changed the ball marker here. So 3rd down and 2. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. 49ers up by 7. The Panthers, the 21st red zone team in the NFL. Touchdowns on 54% of their red zone trips. Not great, not terrible. I mean, 21st isn't amazing. A little bit below average. Young in shotgun. Play action here. Young rolls right. Young on the run. Going to keep it himself. Have a first down. And Young makes the guy miss. And he's going to have the first down. He's short of a touchdown. But he's got a 1st and goal from about the 1-yard line for the Panthers. Looked like they were trying to hit Tommy Tremble in the flat, but he got covered, but nobody attacks Bryce Young. And Young is able to get it down inside the 10, down to the 2-yard line. So they go I formation here. Young under center. Dowdle is the back. From the 2, they go play action. Young rolling right, throwing back of the end zone. It's intercepted. It's picked off. Bryce Young throws a pick in the end zone. Wow, that is a huge play by the 49ers defense. Purdy throws one and gifts the Panthers great field position. And Bryce Young throws it right back. Jair Brown with the interception. And the Panthers turn it over in the red zone. That's a big one. Alright, while they're at commercial, I just want to hear what this sounds like and make sure I've got the right mic actually selected. So give me 1 second. Alright. So I think everything sounds okay. I mean, it's definitely not quite as good as it could be. But I mean, that's why this is my backup mic. But the other one is obviously not working. I'm gonna have to get a new one. Also, let me check my score prediction for the game while we are at commercial. I just want to see something real quick. Alright, so if I accidentally kick the wire, it's not really a huge deal. Just put it up here, though, so I don't accidentally kick it. Don't really use this mic a ton. I mean, it's not quite as good as the other one. But I do have it for this reason, because my main mic is not working at the moment. Alright, let's see. Prediction for this game. Finally get to that. I got the 49ers 25-23. But I think it'll be a pretty good game. But the 49ers put the football back on their own 20-yard line. After Mitchell Evans is the target, Bryce Young throws it to him and gets picked off in the back of the end zone. So Purdy and the offense back on the field. They bring McCaffrey in motion, and Purdy hands it to him. McCaffrey, and a dance around, got about 3 yards on the first down for the 49ers. Sounds good on your end. Okay, glad to hear that. Thanks. I just listened to it. It sounds okay. Like, you can hear people, like, walking upstairs, because I stream in the basement. Like, you can hear, like, the floor creaking and stuff like that, so it's not quite as good as the other mic, but it's better than having static randomly. And I mean, you're also not going to hear that unless you're listening really closely. Like, I put it really loud so I can hear it. 2nd and 6, Purdy throws the outside from McCaffrey. Nice move after the catch. He's got a first down, and he gets to the 33-yard line. Nice play right there for the 49ers offense. And that could be the final play of the first quarter. Yeah, of course I listened for what could potentially be wrong with it, because very critical of how it sounds. So 1st and 10 here. They don't have to run a play before the quarter ends, and they probably won't here. Yeah, they won't. But at the end of the first quarter, the 49ers up by 7 and have the football. But a great drive by the 49ers, and the Panthers went 3 and out. They didn't get off to a very good start. But then they got the pick, got it back, but then obviously threw the pick right back as Young threw an interception in the end zone. But it's 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. The 49ers with the football. Let's see some stats from that first quarter. Obviously, Juwan Jennings has the touchdown. But in the first quarter, Bryce Young went 1 for 2, 3 yards, and an interception. He also ran it 2 times for 10 yards, or 12 yards. Chuba Hubbard ran it 1 time for 10 yards. Rico Dowdle had 2 for 7. McCaffrey with a good first quarter had 11 touches for 53 yards. 32 rushing yards, 7 carries, 21 receiving yards, 4 catches. And Brock Purdy went 7 of 9 for 42 yards, touchdown, and an interception. 49ers with 85 total yards, Panthers 32. Both teams about a little over 4.5 yards of play. And both teams have thrown a pick. Actually, I'm not sure if that completely updated. No, it did, okay. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Alright, so they're back from commercial here as we begin the second quarter. Purdy under center will look to throw underneath, caught by Kittle. And George Kittle's going to have a first down, gain 11 before he's chopped down. And a good pickup right there on the first play of the second quarter. Christian McCaffrey with 53 total yards in that first quarter. The entire Panthers offense was just 32. So Purdy in shotgun, Robinson to his left here from the 44. Purdy looks to throw, gets pressure. Purdy backpedaling, throws off his back foot to Robinson, who makes the catch for a gain of about 3. So 2nd and 7, they hand it off to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey fights through initial contact for again about 4, maybe 5 yards. Christian McCaffrey, one of 3 running backs in NFL history with 100 rushing yards and 100 receiving yards. Or 1,000 of each, in the same season. He did that in 2019. He might be on pace to do that again. Having a great year. Oh, here we go. 744 rushing yards, 753 receiving. McCaffrey gets it here on 3rd down. He's tripped up. And it looks like he's short. So yeah, McCaffrey's about 300 yards away. I mean, really, 250 of each. In the final... This is game 12 of the 49ers, so let's not include this game. In 5 more games, he needs 250 yards. So he needs to average 50 of each. When right now he's rushing for... What's that? 750-ish? I'm not sure. 49ers going to go for here on 4th down. Purdy going to sneak it ahead. He's got a first down. And they move the sticks. But let's see. Let's do some math real quick. Right now, let's say he's got roughly 700 of each, so he's averaging 63 yards per game. And that would put him to 1,000 of each. So McCaffrey could potentially have 1,000 rushing yards and receiving yards this year for the 2nd time in his career. They give it to McCaffrey up the middle here, and McCaffrey picks up about 3, maybe 4. But that's kind of crazy. There's only been 3 players to do that in NFL history, have 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season. And McCaffrey could potentially do it twice and make it 4. That's crazy. Today he's got 62 total yards, 41 rushing, 21 receiving. But 2nd and 7, Purdy and shotgun back to his left. They bring Kyle Juszczyk in motion. And Purdy pump fakes, avoids a defender, steps up. Purdy's got space to run. And he will run, will dive ahead after getting about 10 and a first down for the 49ers. But it's a 7-0 49er lead, 10:50 to go in the first half. So ball on the Panther 32, first down for the 49ers. Purdy and shotgun back to his right. Purdy looks to throw, had plenty of time, and Purdy now throws underneath. That is caught by Jennings, who breaks a tackle and picks up about 4. Great blocking up front there for Purdy at all kinds of time. Injuries for the 49ers this season have been a big thing. Purdy missed 8 games with a toe injury. Pearsall missed 6 games. Kittle missed 5. Brandon Ayuk has not played. Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, and they took it away before I can read it all out for the year. Nick Bosa, Fred Warner both at the game tonight for the 49ers. Those two of the best players at their respective positions. But a 2nd and 6 here. Purdy play action. Purdy pump fakes. That pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage. And incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6. Derek Brown knocks that one down. One of the better defensive players for the Panthers. An 11-play, 52-yard drive that has taken 6:40 off the clock. Good looking drive for the 49ers. Their second good one. They also had a great drive their first drive. Play clock winding down here, and the 49ers spend the timeout before this 3rd and 6. So it's a 3rd and 6 for the 49ers, 9:42 to go in the first half. And it's a 3rd down, another good drive. So far, results in the poll, 67% of you guys said the 49ers will win, 33% of the Panthers. Be sure to vote if you've not already done so. I took the 49ers 25-23. Oh, Juwan Jennings just tried to throw the towel to the sideline, and it went like 2 feet. He was drying off his helmet. What a great throw. Oh, they just put this up. 49ers with some new faces at kicker. Obviously, they started the year with Jake Moody. He was terrible. They cut him. They brought in former Panther Eddie Pinheiro. And he's now out with a hamstring injury. So Matt Gay, who was just cut the other day by the Commanders, I believe, is the kicker. Purdy pressured here on 3rd down. Steps up. Throws to the end zone. Picked off again. Picked off at the goal line. And Purdy throws his 2nd pick of this first half. Mike Jackson with the interception. Purdy tries to take a shot at the end zone, and he gets picked off. Purdy underthrows it a little bit, and he gets picked for the 2nd time. And we've now seen both teams, or both quarterbacks, throw an interception in the end zone. I mean, I don't really know if you can classify this one as in the end zone, but it was pretty much at the goal line, so close enough. But 2 costly interceptions. But the Panthers defense, they forced their 2nd turnover of this first half. But the last 3 possessions in this game, we've seen an interception thrown by Brock Purdy, an interception thrown by Bryce Young, and now an interception thrown by Brock Purdy. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. It is now 7, or it's still 7-0. The Panthers take over the football on their own 20-yard line after it was a touchback on the interception. We got 9:35 to go in the first half. Young under center. Chuba Hubbard is the back. Bring a receiver in motion. And Young off play action, rolling left. Young on the run, pump fakes. And now throws to the sideline. That pass caught by McMillan for a gain of 6. So they go back to the interception here. Let's see what happens. They motion Pearsall across the formation. And then he's running a post route. And Purdy has him, but he makes an awful throw. I mean, if he throws that over the top or more out in front, it's a touchdown. But it's just a terrible throw, because not only does he miss short, but he underthrows it and puts it behind him as well. And it's not good. There's a handoff for Chuba Hubbard, and he'll gain a yard, make it 3rd and 3. Brock Purdy's also attempted 2 passes further than 15 yards downfield. Both of them have gotten picked off today. So 2nd and 2. I'm sorry, 3rd and 2, not 2nd and 2. Young and shotgun, Hubbard to his right. From the 28-yard line. Play clock winding down, they'll get the play off. 49ers bring 4. Young throwing outside, dropped. McMillan had it, but he dropped it. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Actually, kind of hit him in the arm as opposed to catching the ball. Oh, no, it goes right through his hands. But a bad drop right there for the Panthers and the rookie receiver McMillan. And the 49ers defense gets it right back. And for the second time today, the Panthers offense unable to do anything with the turnover forced by their defense. But the punt from the Panthers is a pretty good punt as it goes inside the 20-yard line. And the 49ers now with the football on their own 17 after it was a 55-yard punt with no return. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial here. The 49ers with the football back. Hold on 1 second. Alright, but we still wait for them to come back from commercial. So the 49ers with the football here on their own 17-yard line. Purdy under center. McCaffrey is the back. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Motion Kittle across the formation. Toss it to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey lost the ball. McCaffrey fumbles. It's still free. It's still loose. And the 49ers have it about 15 yards downfield. Just how they drew it up to get 15. How did the Panthers not get that? They had 2 great opportunities at it, but couldn't recover it. And the 49ers were able to dive on it and end up with a great pickup on the play. They had 2 guys with a great chance at it. But the 49ers right tackle comes over to dive on it. And it ends up being a really good pickup for the 49ers. All the way up to the 33. So gain of 16 on the play. On the fumble for McCaffrey. They go back to McCaffrey here, left side. And McCaffrey this time, only 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8. 7 minutes to go. The 31st play going to be run here by the 49ers. Panthers have run just 10. 2nd and 8, they bring a receiver across the formation. Purdy play action, looks to throw. Time, steps up, throws. Intercepted again! J.C. Horn with his 2nd interception of the first half. Man, where was Brock Purdy throwing that one? Brock Purdy throws his 3rd interception of the first half. The 2nd one to J.C. Horn. And the Panthers again take over the great field position with 6:19 to go in the first half. It's the 2nd pick of the first half. For J.C. Horn, and Brock Purdy throws 15 plus yards down the field today, or this year. Has thrown 1 touchdown and 6 interceptions. 3 of them have come today. Not very good. So 1st and 10 here from the 33. Young off play action, looks to throw, and throws the flat, and that's caught. Gonna break a tackle, and head out of bounds after getting about 10. Keep this up, Purdy. Yeah, he has not been good. 3 interceptions here in the first half. That's just the 2nd first down of the day for the Panthers. As they got 10 to the 23-yard line. Now 5:40 to go in the first half. There's the handoff going to Rico Dowdle to the left side. And Dowdle has space. Or not really space, but he'll find space. And he'll pick up about 7. You're literally playing Purdy and Kittle in fantasy and up by 25. Well, with the way Purdy's playing, you'll be up by even more. If he's going to keep throwing these interceptions. Time to bring in Mac Jones. Maybe. I mean, Purdy has not been good. Can't be throwing 3 picks in a game, let alone the first half. I mean, Mac Jones played pretty well, so it could be time for a switch for the 49ers. Another handoff to Dowdle here, and he'll take it up the middle for about 4 yards. We have first down for the Panthers. 1st and goal here. 4:35 to go in the first half. So Young under center from the 10. Nobody's actually lined up in the backfield. Now they motion Dowdle back there. They fake the toss to the left. Young rolls right, and Young on the run is just going to head out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. Make it 2nd and goal. Yes, Mac Jones. I mean, I could definitely understand it. Purdy's thrown 3 picks. We also seen him have games like this before. I mean, he threw 3 picks, or 4 picks, I believe, on Christmas a few years ago when they played the Ravens. I think that was the 2023 season. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see if they give him one more drive before halftime, and if he can't figure it out, then make a switch. Throw to the outside here, and here is Jalen Coker with the catch, and he'll pick up 6 for the Panthers, and is out of bounds at the 4, making it 3rd and goal. You need this win. Well, I mean, you'd be looking pretty good if Purdy does end up getting benched. Because then you just got to worry about Kittle not getting 25. Which, I mean, you never know, but that seems like your chances. Here's a swing pass out to Chuba Hubbard, and he's got no block on the outside. And Hubbard's going to lose 4. And it brings up 4th and goal. Nice red zone stand for the 49ers defense. And I thought Baker was bad yesterday. Well, I mean, Baker, yeah, he was not good. But he was also playing hurt. So, I mean, that's also... Like, obviously, he hurt the shoulder in the game. He was already banged up coming into the game. But, I mean, Brock Purdy doesn't really have an excuse. He has just been pretty bad today. Or not pretty bad, really bad. Although he was good in that first drive, but since then it's been all downhill. A field goal try here for the Panthers on 4th and goal, and the kick from the rookie Fitzgerald is good. Just realized never changed that. Actually, I'll just keep it there now. So it's 7-3. And the 49ers still lead the Panthers. But let's see who comes in at quarterback here for the 49ers. That would be interesting. But let's see. I'm going to check my fantasy matchup. I was up pretty big, but my opponent does have McCaffrey, but I've got Rico Dowdle. So hopefully they'll cancel each other out. My opponent's got McCaffrey and McMillan. But I am up 43 points. So I would like my chances. It'll also be my 7th win in a row. I'm currently 7-4. Started 1-4, and then I won 7 straight. Or 6 straight, potentially 7 after today. Right now, they give me an 88% chance to make the playoffs. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. The 49ers get the football back. But Brock Purdy, 10 of 15, 61 yards, a touchdown, 3 interceptions. So far, he's also run it 2 times for 12 yards. But let's see what they end up doing right here. And if Shanahan does decide to make a quarterback switch, or if he doesn't. I'm trying to remember. I don't really think Shanahan is usually one to be quick to make the switch, but it's also hard to remember last time a quarterback like this has played terribly. Let's see. Well, let me look up that Ravens game I was talking about. So they're back from commercial here. 2:28 to go in the first half. And the kick from Fitzgerald is going to be brought back here by Sky Moore. And he's got space. Moore across the 30, across the 40-yard line. Sky Moore with a big return out to the 47-yard line. And great starting field position for the 49ers. But let's see, that game, again, the Christmas game where Purdy did throw 4 interceptions, they did make a quarterback switch. They brought in Sam Darnold. And he went 8 of 14 for 81 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Back when Darnold was on the 49ers. So maybe Shanahan will make the switch. But we'll have to see. So no switch here. Purdy is back out there. And Purdy sets up the screen for Pearsall. Has got no space. And Pearsall taken down pretty much at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10. And that's going to bring us to 2-minute warning. 49ers could have gotten another playoff, but they decided not to. But it's 7-3 as we reach the 2-minute warning here in the first half. 49ers still lead by 4. Purdy's still in the game here, obviously. Purdy started, I believe, 6 for 7. Maybe it was 7 for 8. But since then, he's not been good. Let's see. The touchdown drive for the 49ers. Purdy completed 1 to McCaffrey. That's 1 for 1. Then he got another one to McCaffrey, 2 for 2. Another one to McCaffrey, make that 3 for 3. He threw into Pearsall, that's 4 for 4. Incompletion to Robinson, that's 4 for 5. Then 5 for 6 right there. And then 6 for 7 on the touchdown to Jennings. He started completing 6 of the first 7 passes. But since then, Brock Purdy is 5 for 9. That doesn't really seem that bad, but the problem is he's thrown 3 picks in that span. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial here at the 2-minute warning here in the first half. I think we've got 2 timeouts for the 49ers, 3 for the Panthers, if I remember correctly. But this is a pretty big game for both teams. And the 49ers are 7-4 right now. A win here would help them try to keep pace in the West, although that's going to be hard for anyone to keep up with the Rams. And the Panthers is a big game for them because they can actually take the lead in the NFC South with a win. They'll be 7-5. Buccaneers are 6-5. But with a loss, they'll be still second place at 6-6. Purdy steps up here, floats one downfield. There's a completion, has 15 yards as he finds Kittle down to the 30. Yeah, the 49ers have 2 timeouts. Panthers have 3. But for Purdy, that's his first completion of the day that has traveled further than 15 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. A 1st and 10 from the 29. Purdy looks to throw. Purdy floats one high, almost intercepted again. Looking for Kittle. Threw that one too high. Brock Purdy now 1 of 5 for 25 yards and 3 interceptions on throws that have gone 15 plus yards from the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 from the 29. Purdy to throw once again. Purdy, given time. Purdy throws underneath. That's dropped by Kittle and incomplete. So the incompletion right there stops the clock with 1:09 to go in the first half. And they got a big 3rd and 10 right here after 3 straight incompletions. See how aggressive the 49ers get right here. The Panthers have not been good in the final 2 minutes of the first half, allowing 44 points, which is 2nd most in the NFL. 49ers looking to add to that total against the Panthers. Purdy steps in with a throw outside, almost intercepted again. Mike Jackson, who had one before, makes a diving attempt at it, way closer than the receiver was. Purdy's more picks than quarters played in the game. That is true. And at this rate, he's going to throw more picks in this game than in games he's played all year. He's only like his 4th game. But man, he is not good. In this game, that is. But Matt Gay signed off the practice squad today for the 49ers to attempt a 47-yard field goal, and his kick is good. So he makes it 10-3. And the 49ers already got some points. And again, the Panthers give up more points in the final 2 minutes of the first half. But we'll see what the Panthers can do offensively. They've got some time to work with, all 3 timeouts. Exactly a minute left. 3 timeouts. So definitely time to put a drive together. If you're the Panthers. Panthers also get the ball to start the second half, so I mean, theoretically, you can go score 14 straight without the 49ers ever really having a chance to possess the ball. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. But that was a better drive for the 49ers, able to get some points right there, as opposed to Purdy throwing a pick, although he definitely had a few close calls. But we've got a minute left in the first half. The 49ers with the football the 49ers with the lead, but the Panthers getting the football. Plus, they've got all 3 timeouts. So we'll have to see what Bryce Young and the offense can do for the Panthers. So the 49ers kick this off. And the kick will... He thought about taking it in, but he didn't know if it went into the end zone or not. So he'll have to bring it out, and bring it out to the 26-yard line. So 55 seconds to work with for the Panthers offense. All 3 timeouts. 49ers still have 2. Thanksgiving games in the NFL, there's a really good slate of games. I mean, this is one of the better Thanksgiving slates I can remember. We got the Packers, Lions, then the Chiefs at Cowboys, and the Bengals, Ravens with Joe Burrow back. And all 3 of those should be really entertaining. So definitely Excited to watch those on Thanksgiving. So 1st and 10 here from the 25. Young underneath, that is caught by Sanders. And he'll gain 6. Clock running here, 45 seconds and counting. Really not a great start to the drive right there. You pick up 6 yards, get taken down inbounds. And almost 20 seconds have now run off the clock. So Young looks to throw here, 2nd and 4. Young throws downfield, incomplete. Trying to get to Xavier will get, but he's short on the throw. And it brings up 3rd and 4. Although Bryce Young is kind of short, even not talking about the throw. Only like 5'10". Obviously short for a quarterback. So 3rd and 4 for the Panthers. 28 seconds left in the first half. So Young looks to throw. Throws outside. Miscommunication between him and McMillan. And it's 4th down. And a quick 3 and out from the Panthers. And the Panthers offense just cannot get going. So now the 49ers will get the ball back here. Already up by 7. And we'll have to see what they can do and how aggressive they want to be. Hold on, there's a flag on the field. Also, they call intentional grounding because of the miscommunication. They said McMillan wasn't in the area, even though you can clearly tell that was just a miscommunication. But they call intentional grounding. And it backs them up to 4th and 14. Which backs them up 10 yards. But the Panthers will punt it away. And a fair catch stolen for at the 35-yard line by Sky Moore. And that is where the 49ers will take over. So 17 seconds, 2 timeouts. Let's see how aggressive they want to get right here. I mean, Brock Purdy has thrown. Oh, Bryce Young actually had that pass tipped at the line, so it shouldn't have been grounding. But, yeah, you got to keep in mind for the 49ers, Purdy's thrown 3 picks, but just put together a pretty nice drive. They'll come out throwing the football here. Purdy gets pressured, steps up. Purdy sets his feet, throws to Kittle in the flat. And Kittle going to work to get out of bounds. He'll lunge forward, taking down inbounds. And the 49ers call their second timeout with 8 seconds left in the first half. So 9 seconds left. They put a second back on the clock. And 1 timeout for the 49ers. So really, you have an opportunity to get a chunk play, get in range to attempt either a field goal or Hail Mary. And then obviously call the timeout. You can use the whole field because you got the timeout. Purdy gets pressured here, rolling left. Purdy on the run. And Purdy throws. Is that caught by Kittle? Let's see, he's caught. But was he in bounds? No, he wasn't. Well, that's a big incompletion right there because that wipes off about 15 yards. Yeah, he was out of bounds. Good effort, though. But it's now a 3rd and 1. Now the timeout pretty much meaningless for the 49ers. And now the Panthers call a timeout. So the Panthers finally use a timeout here in the first half. It's the first one they've used. I just noticed this. Does this actually work this way? Let's see. Test. Test. Does that do anything? Test? No, okay, I don't know what that knob does. It says volume, but I don't think that's it. See, I don't really know this mic a lot. Oh, that must be the headphone volumes. You can also plug headphones into this. So that must be that. It's like the first time really extensively using this mic, so it's not a new one. Well, it's new without being new. But the 49ers are going to throw a Hail Mary here. No, actually, they're just going to throw underneath to McCaffrey and hope he can do something. McCaffrey? Going to get to the 37. Okay, what was the point of that? Just trying to get him some more receiving yards. And get him some more fantasy points. And not really too thrilled about that as someone playing against him. But I do have a pretty big lead. But it's a gain of 19 right there for McCaffrey before halftime. But a 10-3 lead for the 49ers at halftime. Definitely not a great performance, but they got the lead. I mean, Panthers, they could realistically be up like 20-10 right now. But their offense isn't doing anything. They have just 3 first downs. The 49ers, it's their 5th game with 3+ turnovers in the first half since 2017. They've got a 1-3 record in those games. And with how this game's been going so far, it looks like it could be 2-3. Bryce Young is saying, let's finish to the rest of his team. He does realize the offense has to actually start for that to happen, right? I mean, the offense has 3 first downs. Alright, but I'm going to go take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm going to go fill my water, use the bathroom. Be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. So we got the 49ers leading the Panthers 10-3 at the half. And a very interesting first half. Lots of interceptions thrown. 4 interceptions in the first half. Neither team really likes to capitalize off the interceptions. The Panthers did pretty much nothing. But the 49ers also haven't done a whole ton. But a interesting first half, to say the least. A 10-3 ball game. 49ers with the football, but the Panthers got the football. I should have. 49ers got the ball first. The Panthers will get the ball to start the second half. But as far as an updated score prediction goes, my original prediction was the 49ers by a score of 25-23. Now, I'm going to switch, or I'm going to stick with the 49ers, and as far as the score goes, we'll go, let's see, we'll touchdown, field goal, let's go 23, let's go 23-17 49ers. But that is the updated score prediction. 23-17 49ers. I mean, this is still a game that could go either way. I mean, it's a one-score game at the half. And the team that's trailing, obviously, a great opportunity to come out right after halftime and go put a drive together. But I mean, the game can still definitely go either way. You say 24-10 49ers. Okay, I could see that. But we'll go over some stats from the first half. Bryce Young, not great. I mean, 6 of 10 isn't bad, but the 28 yards on 10 attempts, 6 completions is not very good. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. On the ground for the Panthers, Rico Dowdle, 4 carries, 19 yards. Bryce Young, 3 for 13. Chuba Hubbard, 2 for 12. And then receiving, Jimmy Horn Jr., 1 catch, 11 yards. He wears number 15. That's what I saw there. Jatavion Sanders, 1 catch, 6 yards. Tedero McMillan, 1 catch, 6 yards. Jalen Coker, 1 for 5. Rico Dowdle, 1 for 3. Xavier Ogette and Mitchell Evans both a target, but no catches. And Chuba Hubbard, 1 catch for -3 yards. That is very interesting. Every player with 1 catch. Every player who's caught a pass for the Panthers has exactly 1 catch, and there's only been 1 guy targeted more than once. That was McMillan, who's been targeted twice. Then for the 49ers, Brock Purdy is 14 of 23 for 114 yards, a touchdown, 3 interceptions. On the ground for the 49ers, McCaffrey, 12 carries for 43 yards. Brock Purdy, 2 carries for 12 yards. Brian Robinson, 2 carries for 11 yards. Then receiving for the 49ers, George Kittle, 3 catches for 45 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 5 for 40. Juwan Jennings, 2 for 16 and a touchdown. Pearsall, 2 for 6. Robinson, 1 for 4. And Luke Farrell, 1 for 3. And then team stats from the first half. The 49ers with 13 first downs. Panthers with just 3. On third down, the 49ers went 4 of 7. Panthers went 1 for 5. 49ers also 1 for 1 on fourth down. Panthers didn't attempt a fourth down. 49ers are outgaining the Panthers 180 to 72. And the 49ers averaging 4.6 yards per play to the Panthers 3.8. In passing, 49ers have the advantage 144 to 28 yardage wise. And 49ers also better running the football 66 yards to 44 yards. The Panthers are 0 for 2 in the red zone. They have thrown a pick and kicked a field goal. The 49ers are 1 for 1. 2 penalties, 20 yards against the Panthers. 0 penalties against the 49ers. 3 turnovers for the 49ers, 1 for the Panthers. No defensive touchdowns, though. And time of possession, 19:07 for the 49ers, 10:53 for the Panthers. But second half should start within the next couple minutes. Give me 1 second. Alright, the second half should start within the next few minutes. Let's see, they've usually got a countdown to the second half on. Alright, actually looks like the second half's going to kick off in, 2 seconds. Not literally, but you get the point. But we'll also, I was going to say, we'll go over some quick scores from around the NFL, but I don't think we have time to do that. Actually, you know what? Let's do it real quick. But on Thursday, we had the Texans upset the Bills, 23-19. Josh Allen got sacked 1,000 times. Yesterday, we saw the Seahawks beat the Titans 30-24. Chiefs beat the Colts in a comeback win 23-20 in overtime. Packers beat the Vikings 23-6. Patriots beat the Bengals 26-20. The Bears beat the Steelers 31-28. Ravens beat the Jets 23-10. The Browns beat the Raiders 24-10 in Shedeur Sanders' first NFL start. The Jaguars beat the Cardinals in overtime 27-24. The Falcons beat the Saints 24-10. Cowboys beat the Eagles 24-21. Rams destroyed the Buccaneers 34-7. And the Lions also beat the Giants 34-27 in overtime. We had 3 overtime games yesterday? 1, 2... Yeah, 3 overtime games yesterday. Interesting. Chiefs, Colts, Jaguars, Cardinals, and Giants, Lions. Streaming any Thanksgiving games? No, I'm not. I'm going to be with family on Thanksgiving. I am going to stream Black Friday, though, for Texas and Texas A&M. 7:30. We got a 1st and 10 here from the 27. First play of the third quarter. Kickoff was returned to the 27-yard line. First play is a toss to Rico Dowdle to the right side. Spins away from a defender. Still going. Breaking tackles. Dowdle, good run. 17 yards. And a first down for the Panthers. Yeah, we had a few great games on Friday for college, too. Texas A&M. There's Georgia Tech. I feel like there's one more really good game on Friday. There's some great games this week. I'll predict each team will get 2 touchdowns with no extra kicks. All far to the right, but sadly the 49ers will win, of course. Wow, interesting. Predicting missed extra points. 2 of them. But they go to commercial here, I guess for an injured player. I'm not sure, but whoever it is, hopefully he's obviously okay. Yeah, I mean, Shedeur wasn't that bad yesterday. I mean, he wasn't amazing. Obviously, he had that one really nice throw to Jerry Jeudy. And he also threw a touchdown pass, but I don't think he was elite, but he was pretty solid in his first start. And now he's going to get the start again this week, which is definitely the right decision. Because, I mean, Dillon Gabriel isn't exactly the guy at quarterback. He has not been very good. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial for the injured player. Hopefully, whoever it is okay. But it was a good run for Dowdle there on first down. Not very involved in the offense in the first half. Definitely think they can get him more involved in the second half. That would not be a bad idea. Dowdle gained 17 on first down. Number 62, an offensive lineman for the Panthers, was hurt. But Dowdle in that first half, he ran it just 4 times, and he had 1 catch. Now he's up to 5 carries for 36 yards after the 17 yards there. But a new right guard into the game for the Panthers. Hopefully their starter's okay. So 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Jalen Coker goes in motion. Young play action, stumbles, rolls left. Young on the run. Going to keep it himself, and he'll pick up 5 on the scramble. But a flag is down. We got a hold here going against the Panthers. It's their 3rd penalty. Goes against the rookie tight end Mitchell Evans. Panthers should have taken advantage of the turnovers. Yet they missed some major opportunities. And they were gifted 1 in the red zone. They were gifted 2 in the red zone. And all they got out of it was a field goal. Their offense has not done anything. So 1st and 20. They'll give it to Dowdle up the middle. And Dowdle swung down after getting a yard or 2. And it still brings up 2nd and very long. Bryce Young's average completion is 0.7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So not really throwing the football down the field at all. So 2nd and 18. Young looks to throw. Young swings it out for Dowdle. Got space after the catch. Dowdle is going to get shoved into bounds, but it's got a pretty solid pickup there, roughly 10 yards. And it makes it a much more manageable 3rd down. I mean, still not an easy 3rd down, still on the longer side, but a lot more manageable than 3rd and 18. They give Dowdle 11 right there in the catch and run, make it 3rd and 7, with 12:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Panthers, they're 1 for 5 on 3rd down today. Young in shotgun. Hubbard is the back to his right. Young, quick throw, that is knocked down. Looking for T-Mac, and it's 4th and 7. McMillan just 3 targets on the day, 1 catch. Very tight coverage right there. Gets his hand in between the hands of McMillan, actually. Never to knock it away. So a decent start to the drive, but it's going to be another punt for the Panthers. Sam Martin on to punt it away. One touchback this year, 18 kicks inside the 20. Should be able to pin the 49ers back fairly deep. This one is going to be his 2nd touchback of the year, as it bounces into the end zone. So the 49ers offense on the field for their first possession here in the second half, with 12:25 to go in the 3rd quarter, still leading 10-3. And again, this Panthers offense cannot get anything going. Bryce Young can't complete a pass downfield. His most productive passes are screen passes or checkdowns. Bryce Young is averaging 3.3 yards per pass attempt. I mean, Bryce Young's never really had any elite yards per pass attempt, averaging 6.2 on the season, 6.3 last year, 5.5 as a rookie. But I mean, he was great last week. 10 yards per pass attempt. His previous season high was 8, when he threw for 199 yards on 25 attempts in the win against the Cowboys. The career high, I would assume, is that 10 he had last week. Yeah, that is the career high in yards per pass attempt for Bryce Young. I mean, he was insane last week. Now this week, he can't complete a pass further than like 3 yards downfield. And just to put it into perspective, the NFL leader in yards per pass attempt is Sam Darnold, 9.3. Then Drake May, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Daniel Jones. All those guys over 8. Darnold the only guy over 9. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial break here. The 49ers get the football back on their own 20-yard line. Let's see what their offense can do to start the second half. Check my fantasy matchup as well while we wait for them to come back. Alright, we're given a 99% chance to win. That looks pretty good. Still up pretty big. Purdy off play action here, gets pressured, sets up the screen to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey has space after the catch, gets some blockers downfield, and he gains 11 before he gets knocked down. So a good catch and run right there on the screen for McCaffrey. Oh, J.C. Horn is actually hurt for the Panthers. That could be a big injury. Horn already 2 interceptions in this game, but he's questionable to return with a head injury. Hopefully he's okay. Purdy pressured here, throws underneath for McCaffrey, back across the field, dangerous throw. But McCaffrey going to make the catch, and he's taken down pretty much right there, maybe a yard or two. So 2nd and 9. Purdy and shotgun back to his right. Purdy hands it off here. Brian Robinson to the left side. And Robinson cuts up field, and he gains about 4. Brings up 3rd and medium here for the 49ers. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. So 3rd down and 5. And here's a throw to the outside, and that pass is going to be caught by Kittle for a first down. Purdy's a pretty good throw right there on 3rd down. And they're able to move the sticks and have a 3rd down conversion. Bring a receiver in motion here. I believe that's Kendrick Bourne. So 1st and 10 from the 44. Purdy play action. Throws to Kittle again. And Kittle is going to get taken down after a gain of 6. Solid pickup right there on 1st down. So 2nd and 4, Purdy in the pistol, McCaffrey behind him. And he hands off to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey got 4 and a first down. McCaffrey has a ton of rushing yards on the year, but he's just not been very efficient this year. I mean, he's averaging under 4 yards a carry. Now, here we go. McCaffrey, 39th in the NFL, 46 qualified backs, averaging 3.7 yards per carry. Tonight, he's averaging 3.6 yards a carry. And I think his long for the season is like 17 yards. It's crazy. But I mean, they just keep giving it to him and he keeps getting yards. Here's a toss to Robinson. He's got space. And Robinson lowers the shoulder and he gains 7, maybe 8 yards. And a very solid pickup right there on first down. Yeah, the longest run for Christian McCaffrey this year is 20 yards. Yeah, 3.7 yards a carry. Will also be the tie for the worst with his rookie year for McCaffrey. Here's a handoff. Robinson straight ahead. And Robinson can pick up about 3 and a first down. You deserve a bye on Thanksgiving Day with your family watching games. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that is exactly what I'll be doing. Spending time with some family watching some football. It's exactly the plan. So 1st and 10 here. 7:15 to go in the third quarter. Purdy hands off. Robinson again left side. And this time not as much space. He'll gain just a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. I wonder if the 49ers as a team are bad in yards per carry and where they rank in the NFL. Obviously, McCaffrey's one of the lowest, but I wonder where the 49ers as a team rank. I would assume pretty low, considering how many times they do hand it to McCaffrey. And they go to commercial here, not sure why. But they do. Let's see, in terms of rushing yards per game. Hold on, let me get there. I was just there and then I clicked off of it. But in terms of rushing yards per game, the 49ers are 5th worst. 94.8 rush yards per game. Only teams worse, the Saints, Bengals, Raiders, and Titans. And the 49ers as a team averaging 3.5 yards per carry, which is worst in the NFL. Technically, they're tied for worst with the Saints. The Raiders, who are 3.5 as well. But yeah, the run game very ineffective for the 49ers. Best team running football is the Colts at 5.2 yards a carry. Colts, Lions, Bills, only teams over 5. Eagles, Seahawks, Patriots, Titans, Browns, Saints, Raiders, and 49ers, all the teams under 4 yards a carry. It's really crazy how bad the Eagles' offense has been. They can't throw the ball. The run game has been so inefficient. And they just abandon the run at times. And then that really puts them in a tough spot because they can't throw the ball. It's really crazy how the Eagles' offense went from really good a few years ago to now quite bad this year. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial, as they go to commercial apparently for an injury timeout. But hopefully he's okay. Hold on 1 second. Alright. So back from commercial here. We got 6:46 to go in the third quarter. Purdy hands off to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey, right side, again, just 3 yards. No space to run the football at all for McCaffrey and the 49ers. A 10-play, 51-yard drive that's taken 6 minutes off the clock so far for the 49ers. So Purdy in shotgun back to his right from the 29-yard line. Purdy going to look to throw. Throwing outside, that is a high throw caught by Jennings. And Juwan Jennings is the first down, getting inside the 20 down to the 19. Just wanted to pull something up real quick before I forget. I want to check yards per play. Because knowing how bad the 49ers are running the football, I wonder where they rank overall. I do think their pass game probably is one of the better ones in the NFL in terms of yards per attempt. But we'll have to see. I'll check that next commercial. 49ers 17 touchdowns in their last 20 red zone trips. Here's a toss to McCaffrey to the left side. McCaffrey gets some blockers and picks up 7. And we got an injured Panther down in the field. Thornton, number 31, grabbing his lower left leg. Hopefully he's okay. But let's see. Well, I tend to him. Let's check the passing. So yeah, the 49ers are the third best passing offense in the NFL with 254.5 passing yards per game, only behind the Chiefs and Cowboys. And the 49ers are averaging 7.6 yards per pass attempt. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th in the NFL. But the offense as a whole for the 49ers, I'd say they'll probably be like 18th. That's my guess. The 49ers are averaging they're 13th, 5.5 yards per play. The leader is the Colts at 6.3. Seahawks actually also right there at 6.3. And the worst team in yards per play is the Browns and Titans, tied at 4.2. So very interesting to see how that balances out for the 49ers, considering throw the ball pretty well, don't run it too well. Hold on 1 second. Alright, but we still wait for them to come back from commercial after another injury timeout. Why are we seeing so many guys get hurt today? I was hopeful he's okay, whoever it is, but, I mean, there's just so many injuries today. Although J.C. Horn has a concussion and will not return to this game. For the Panthers. So Corey Thornton, an undrafted rookie from Louisville, number 31, is helped off the field there for the Panthers. And he gets replaced. That's the second corner we've seen go down in the game. Obviously, I just talked about J.C. Horn is out for the game with a concussion. So 2nd and 3. Toss McCaffrey left side. McCaffrey blockers. McCaffrey touchdown. The 49ers extend their lead. Christian McCaffrey with the touchdown run. And the 49ers about to go up 17-3 with 4:42 to go in the third quarter. The 12-yard touchdown run for Christian McCaffrey. And the 49ers with a good drive. And ends in a touchdown for McCaffrey. One of his better runs of the day. But it's a 12-yard touchdown. Got a great block from Kyle Juszczyk on the outside. McCaffrey would break through an arm tackle. Or really just somebody who tried to trip him up. And he's in for the touchdown. And it is now 17-3. As the extra point's up and good. But a pretty good drive right there for the 49ers. And another commercial. Alright. Because we got a million injuries. You would think they might just cut out some other TV timeouts, but that's not ESPN. They want their money. But it was a 13-play, 80-yard drive for the 49ers that actually took 7:43 off the clock. So half the third quarter. Over half the quarter, actually. And that was just their first drive of the second half. So now we'll have to see what the Panthers can do when they get the ball back. Good kick. I was wrong. No surprise here. Oh, yeah, I forgot you said that. Yeah, that is true. The extra point was good. I mean, I was watching the Giants Packers game not yesterday, but the week before. And there were so many missed extra points in that game. I mean, the win was insane that day, so it was understandable, but I think there was 3 or 4 missed extra points. Or maybe that's missed kicks as a whole. Let me look it up real quick. Let's see. Giants-Packers. Final score was over 27-20. And there was a lot of missed kicks. Let's see. The Packers missed 2 extra points. The Giants missed 1. Neither team actually attempted a field goal. But the teams combined to go 3 for 6 on extra points. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial break here. The Panthers are going to get the football. Their offense is still done absolutely nothing today. The offense is 3 points, and they're pretty much gifted those 3 points because they picked off Brock Purdy in field goal range. So the kick going to be brought back here for the Panthers and brought back to the 32. We got 4:37 to go. In the third quarter. So 1st and 10 from the 32. They bring Horn in motion. And Young off play action gets pressured. Young spins out of it, rolling left. And Young on the run, throws one downfield. That pass incomplete. Looking for McMillan again, makes a swatting attempt at it. But it's incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Remember, kickers using hands to test the wind. Exactly right. Yeah, I mean, even if you know the wind, though, it's hard to still make a kick. Although I'm sure they would be able to judge the win a lot better than I would if I just tried to go kick a field goal and win the day. Young gonna look to throw here. And throw the flat for Chuba Hubbard. Another pass behind the line of scrimmage for Young, but Hubbard's gonna make the most out of it. Break some tackles, gain 15. But what is the average air yard per target today for Bryce Young? It's gotta be like 2. Let's see. But the 1st and 10 here, 4:04 to go. I'll check that in a second. Look at it. 1st and 10 here from the 46-yard line. Young under center. Hubbard is the back. And here's the handoff to Chuba Hubbard up the middle. And he'll pick up 4 getting into midfield. Maybe just across midfield. But let's see. Bryce Young today, he is averaging 3.7 air yards per attempt. That's impressive. .8 air yards per attempt. Or average air yards, whatever you want to say. 2nd and 6 here. Young play action. Young steps up. And another quick throw. This one a little bit beyond the line of scrimmage. But about 2 yards beyond. He finds Hubbard and he's out of bounds after a gain of about 10 and 1st down. Under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. So it's a 1st and 10. Chuba Hubbard today. Back-to-back plays. 3 in a row, actually, he's gotten the ball. 37 total yards, 16 rushing, 21 receiving. Play clock at 5 for the Panthers. Ball on the 49er 40. Young sets up the screen again. Hubbard is going to try to find some space. He'll get about 6 yards. But that's another pass for Bryce Young behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, Hubbard is able to turn that into positive yards. I mean, that's obviously the design of the play because it's a screen. But Bryce Young really not throwing the ball down the field at all today. So it's a 2nd down and 4 from the 33. Or 34, sorry. Young in shotgun back to his left. Young gonna look to throw. Throw to the outside. That's caught by Leggett for a gain of 5. And a 1st down. So that one's a little bit further down the field. The pass game for the Panthers tonight, not great. Bryce Young, 11 of 17 for 75 yards and interception. Xavier Leggett and Teddy McMillan, back-to-back 1st-round picks for the Panthers. Just 2 combined catches, 1 each. Wait, was Leggett 2023 or 2024? No, he was 2024, right? Yeah, I think so. It was back-to-back. Panthers just get the playoff here. Young throws over the middle. Where was he throwing that? But he connects with the turf, makes it incomplete, and is 2nd and 10. We got 55 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Looks like that pass might have gotten tipped at the line of scrimmage, but I don't think it did. Just nobody there on the pass. Maybe it was a miscommunication right there, but really that's the only explanation I could think of. Young takes a shot downfield at the end zone, call for a touchdown. Tedero McMillan and the Panthers finally hit a big play downfield. They finally get themselves a big offensive play. And Tedero McMillan a 25 or 29-yard touchdown catch. And the Panthers right back in this game. Bryce Young finally takes a shot down the field. And he hits McMillan for his 5th touchdown of the season. It's a really nice throw from Bryce Young. Nice route there from McMillan as well. It's an 8-play, 68-yard drive. It takes 3:53 off the clock. And the extra point here to make it a 7-point game with 49 seconds left in the third quarter. And the extra point, oh man, just got in there. Flag is down though. Well, it looks like the Panthers actually going to go for 2 here. They were just showing the receivers on the sideline. I guess that's the receiver coach that was, who just told him to get up and go. Get their helmets. So let's see. If this is going to go against the 49ers, it looks like the Panthers might go for 2. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be a penalty because of contacting the long snapper. J.J. Jansen, the long snapper from Notre Dame. I mean, as a Notre Dame fan, I've never heard of him, but that's because he's been in the league for 18 years. That is literally my entire lifetime. Fun fact for you guys, I actually turned 19 on Wednesday. If you guys did not know that. But a 2-point attempt here for the Panthers. They put the ball on the 1-yard line. Young going to look to throw. Young has time. Young back of the end zone, too high. Incomplete, looking for Jalen Coker. So the Panthers would have been better off keeping the extra point because they failed a 2-point attempt and it stays 17-9. And the decision to take the... Oh, that pass actually got tipped the line of scrimmage. And that's why it was a little bit high. Happy late birthday. Actually, happy early birthday. This upcoming Wednesday, the 26th. But thank you. We got 49 seconds left in the third quarter. A 17-9 lead. Now that pass does get tipped at the line of scrimmage, just barely. But it looks like that one looks like it did get tipped. That's what caused the throw to be slightly off. Oh, yours was just the 20th November. Happy birthday to you. Birthdays right around one another. So happy birthday. The kickoff here is returned to about the 30. And that is where Purdy and the offense will take over. So 1st and 10 here, 42 seconds left in the third quarter. And the 49ers with the ball on their own 30-yard line. Purdy going to look to throw. And throw underneath. That pass going to be called by Juwan Jennings for getting about 7. Maybe 8. And that could be the final play of the third quarter. About a 3-second difference between the game clock and play clock. So they don't have to snap it again. We'll have to see if they do. They're at the line quickly, so 15 seconds left in the third. So you would imagine they'll run a play, but they don't have to. 2nd and 2, they give Jennings 8 on the first down completion. Motion McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they're just going to take this to the fourth quarter. But we enter the fourth quarter. The 49ers lead this one 17-9. And a very interesting game so far. But it's a 17-9 lead for the 49ers as we enter the fourth quarter. Both teams with a touchdown in that third quarter. Panthers obviously made the extra point, then took the point off the board to go for 2. And then couldn't get it. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. A 17-9 lead for the 49ers entering the fourth quarter. The 49ers will play 2nd and 2 on their own 38. Brock Purdy started to play a little bit better after the 3 interceptions. 20 of 29 for 159. A touchdown, 3 interceptions for Purdy. Oh no, my birthday is on Wednesday. Not today. Panthers now up to 71 total yards. Bryce Young up to 104 passing. Well, happy early birthday. Thank you. Purdy hands off here. McCaffrey makes a cut. Makes a man miss. Inside Panther territory down to the 46-yard line. Ball came out at the end. Let's see. They're going to rule him down. But a nice run for McCaffrey. But a nice run right there. Second time we've seen McCaffrey lose the ball. Yeah, he's definitely down first. McCaffrey, in his career, averaging 116 scrimmage yards per game. It's third most in NFL history. He's up to 139 scrimmage yards tonight. Here's a quick throw to Kittle in the flat. And Kittle got space after the catch. He lunged forward for a gain of 19. Another first down. 12 points behind. Wow, that play is not good for you, too. That gives Kittle another, 3 points. Purdy some more as well. It's going to be close. Why does it have to be Kittle? Yeah, it could be anybody else. Kittle on 6 catches for 78 yards. There's a handoff to McCaffrey left side. He's got no space, maybe a yard. With 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Purdy in shotgun, back to his left. That's McCaffrey. Play clock winding down, ball on the 25. Purdy looks to throw. Throwing to the outside. That pass going to be caught by Jennings. And Jennings going to try to break a tackle. And we'll get a few extra yards, gain 8. And make it third down and short. So 3rd and 2. Purdy going to go quarterback sneak on 3rd and 2. But it looks like he's actually going to get that. And a first down for the 49ers. So how about that? A 2-yard quarterback sneak. And they move the sticks. So 1st and 10 here from the 15. Purdy turns around, hands off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey dropped for a loss. Loss 2 on the play, and it brings up 2nd and 12. 11:15 to go in the 4th quarter. It's a big possession right here. A touchdown here could go a long way. I mean, field goal would still make it a 2-score game, but if you're the Panthers defense, you really want to keep them out of the end zone. The 49ers have 2 touchdowns and 2 red zone trips. Panthers are 0 for 2 in the red zone. Here's a swing pass to McCaffrey to the right side. And again, McCaffrey dropped for a loss. This time he lost about 5. And it brings up 3rd and long. Here for the 49ers. Big opportunity right here with Panthers defense to get off the field and force them to settle for 3. This is another great tackle in space on McCaffrey. Not an easy guy to bring down. But it's a 3rd and 18 with about 10 minutes to go. The 49ers have been really good on 3rd down, though. They're 7 for 10. But this one would be pretty impressive. It's a draw play for Robinson. And Brian Robinson going to get a nice pickup. About 12 yards, but he's still well short of a first down. So it brings up 4th and 6. And the 49ers will send on the field goal unit. Matt Gay comes on to try to make it an 11-point game. Injuries for the Panthers that have occurred in this game are without 4 guys, 3 defensive guys, and their right guard. One of them, J.C. Horn, who's obviously played a really nice game, 2 interceptions today. But a 29-yard field goal for Matt Gay, and his kick right down the middle. So it's now 20-9 as the 49ers lead the Panthers. With 9:21 to go in the 4th quarter. But that's a 10-play, 59-yard drive. They take 6:28 off the clock, but the Panther defense does a nice job. They got to stop in the red zone and force them to settle for 3. And let's see if the... We'll see if the Panthers can continue to build something offensively. Last drive, their best drive of the day by a mile. 8 plays, 68 yards. Take 3:53 off the clock. It's their longest drive since they went 7 plays, 26 yards, and kicked a field goal. But we'll have to see if they can get some points again. Definitely going to need something on this drive, now being down by 2 scores. 11-point game, 9:21 to go. The NFC West is ridiculous right now. Yeah, it really is. It's insane. I mean, you've got the Rams, who are, I believe, 9-2. You've got the Seahawks, who are like 8-3. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, it's really crazy. I mean, you might have the 2 best teams in the NFC in the same division. Besides the Cards. Yeah, I mean, they're not even that bad. Like, they're not very good, but they're pretty competitive in a lot of their games as well. But you got the Rams, who are a 9-2. The Seahawks were 8-3. And the 49ers could be 8-4 today if they win. Which, I mean, they're up by 11 right now. It looks somewhat likely. Yeah, they are. That division is stacked. Really, the same thing can be said for the NFC North as well, minus the Vikings. Bears 8-3, Packers 7-3-1, Lions 7-4. And I mean, the AFC West is pretty solid as well. Broncos 9-2, Chargers 7-4, Chiefs 6-5, and then you got the Raiders, who are just terrible. But the West and both each conference pretty good. But if I had to give top 3 divisions in the NFL, I would go NFC West, NFC North, AFC West. But the Panthers are going to get the football back here, down by 11. Oh, sorry, I was somehow behind. The kickoff got returned to the 35, and Young throws almost intercepted. Almost got picked off, looking for McMillan. But a little underthrown, and a dangerous throw. Brings up 2nd and 10. With 9:15 to go. Upton Stout, rookie 3rd-round pick from Western Kentucky, with the pass breakup right there. Young, quick throw on the slant to Coker, and he's got a first down inside 49er territory to the 48-yard line. 9:05 to go. Agree with those top 3. Yeah, I definitely think those are the top 3. I mean, there's some other divisions that are solid, but I think those 3 really kind of separate themselves. So 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line, the 49er 47, that is. 8:40 to go in the 4th quarter. Young and shotgun, Dowdle to his left. Young, jump pass, caught by Leggett for a gain of about 3. So 2nd down and 8, 8:15 to go. We'll get with his 2nd catch of the day right there. Been pretty quiet. McMillan also only has 2, I believe. But a 2nd down and 8, 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Empty backfield for Bryce Young. And Young looks to throw. Young throwing to the outside, that's caught by Coker. And Coker has a first down, stiff arms the guy, and he picks up 9. So 1st and 10, halfway through the 4th quarter. Young and shotgun. Dowdle to his left from the 49ers 35. 49ers lead 20-9. Young, pressured, spins out of it. Rolling left, Young on the run. He's just going to run himself for about 2. Bryce Young's actually done a pretty good job escaping the rush today. So 2nd down and 8 after Young gets 2 on the scramble. Panthers empty the backfield and spread the field. Young, pressure, throws over the middle. That pass intercepted. It's picked off. Wow, a huge play by the 49ers defense. It's the 5th interception thrown between these two teams. Jair Brown with his 2nd interception of the day for the 49er defense. He picked off Bryce Young in the end zone and picks him off right here, as Young just throws a little too far out in front for Tedderell McMillan, and Brown picks him off for the 2nd time. Wow. When you have a guy on each defense with 2 interceptions, J.C. Horn's got 2. And now Jair Brown has 2 for the 49ers. We'll have 5 interceptions between the two quarterbacks combined. That's a lot. Hold on 1 second. Alright, but we still wait for them to come back from commercial. A costly interception thrown right there by Bryce Young. Panthers removing the football. Got it inside 49er territory. And then Bryce Young throws too far out in front. And he gets picked off. It was a good looking drive though. They moved the football effectively. And the offense for the Panthers has woken up. Last drive, they were pretty good moving the football. Like before this one, where they just threw the pick. But last drive, they went 8 plays, 68 yards. This drive was 6 plays, 32 yards before the interception. And the 49ers take over at the 26-yard line. Their own 26, that is. After the turnover. Brown with his 2nd pick of the day. 2nd one thrown by Bryce Young. So 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Purdy under center. Fakes the toss to McCaffrey, then hands it to him up the middle. McCaffrey bounces off a defender and picks up 2, maybe 3. So they go back to the interception here thrown by Bryce Young. They emptied the backfield, had McMillan wind up with a swat to the left. And Young's just trying to hit him over the middle. But the safety Brown breaks on the football, and Young just throws him a little too far. Over the middle of the field. So 2nd and 7. Purdy under center from the 29. And we got play blown dead here. Play clock at 0. I don't know if we got a flag here or a timeout. So the 49ers will just take the penalty. Not going to call a timeout, which is very smart. They're saying there should have been a hold right there. At the top of the route. I don't really think there's much there. Yeah, it's slight, but I don't think it's enough for a penalty. No gain here for McCaffrey on 3rd down. He swung down at the line of scrimmage. Makes it 3rd and 2, or 3rd and 12. If you want to get all technical, yeah, technically that's a hold, I guess. I guess you could say McMillan did slightly slow down, which could be the difference between a pick and a catch, but I don't know. I wouldn't love if there was a call right there. A hold. Or a call for the holding. But a 3rd and 12. Purdy going to look to throw on 3rd and long. Throwing outside that pass caught by DeMarcus Robinson, but he's short of a first down. And it makes it 4th down and 5 with 4:52 to go. So the Panthers actually call a timeout after this play with 4:52 on the clock. It's the first timeout spent by either team. Here in the second half. But the Panthers defense, they do their job. They're going to get the ball right back to the offense. And the Panthers going to have about 5 minutes to go. They actually put 2 seconds back on the clock, so 4:54 to go. Let's see what they can do. The punt here fielded from the 29. And he'll dance around, get it up to the 34. So about 5 yards on the return. And 4:44 to go in the 4th quarter. A lot of force right there. And let's see what Young and the Panthers offense can do. So 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Empty backfield for Bryce Young. And Young gonna look to throw. Gets pressured, throws high to the outside, just threw it over the head of Jalen Coker and out of bounds. Bryce Huff got pressure. So George Kittle today, they just put up his numbers. I'm not sure why. 6 for 78, if you guys were wondering. A 2nd and 10 from the 34. Young in shotgun, Dowdle to his left. Young checks down, Rico Dowdle underneath, makes a man miss. Dowdle turns upfield, and he gains 11. 4.5 minutes to go. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Young and shotgun back to his right. That's Dowdle from his own 45. '49ers bring 5. Young, quick throw to the outside. That pass caught by will get. First down, he got 14. And he gets out of bounds and stops the clock with 4:08 to go. The Panthers, they've lost their last 72 games when trailing by 7+ points in the 4th quarter. That's a lot. Obviously, they're down by 11 right now. But not out of it. If they can score quick, they don't even need to try an onside kick. I mean, still 4:08 to go. 1st and 10. 49ers show blitz here. And they will send a blitz. Young gets pressured. Rolls out. Young throws downfield. That pass caught again. Ball will get at the 25-yard line. Nice play by Bryce Young right there to beat the blitz this time. Although we got a flag down. But it's smart by Robert Saleh to send the blitz, because Bryce Young has not been very good against the blitz today. But able to make a nice play right there, and we'll have to see if it stands. So it's actually illegal touching. Will get when out of bounds. Was the first player to Touch the ball. I don't know what that means. What does it mean he's the first player to touch the ball? I don't really... Not really sure. But it's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Young and shotgun. Dowdle was right. So apparently that's just incomplete. And it takes the completion away. Young pressured, swung around and sacked. Back at midfield, Bryce Young takes a loss. And it's a big sack right there for the 49er defense. Not the time to take a sack right there if you're Bryce Young. Because that now makes this 3rd and a mile. 18. And that is just the 13th sack of the year for the 49er defense, which is worse than the NFL. And there's also no horse collar tackle because he was inside the pocket, although that makes no sense at all. What does if he's in the pocket have anything to do with if it's a horse collar tackle or not? I'm not sure. But next week on Monday, we got the Giants and Patriots. That'll be an interesting one. I'll obviously be streaming that game. If the Giants can get a win. That'd be hilarious if the Giants snap the Patriots' 9-game win streak. Or is it 10 games now? It's a lot. But maybe the Giants can get a win. We'll have to see next week. 3rd and 18 for the Panthers. Young looks to throw. Has time. And I'll check it down to Dowdle. And Rico Dowdle got a lot of work to do. We'll go back across the original line of scrimmage. Make it 4th down and 8. With 3:15 to go. So it looks like the Panthers are going to go for the field goal now. It's not going to be an easy one. It's a 57-yard field goal for the rookie kicker Fitzgerald. Ball on the left hash. And Fitzgerald's kick is up and it's no good. He missed it way wide to the right. I don't even think they had the distance. But that one was not even close. And that pretty much ends the game. It doesn't look like anyone got a piece of it. But it just goes way off to the right. And it bounces midway through the end zone. But not even close on the field goal right there. And the 49ers take over. I mean, technically there's still a chance, but you're going to need an onside kick now. Oh, it actually almost blocked that, but I don't think it got a hand on it. Just a bad kick. Here's the handoff to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey bouncing off defenders. Getting pushed by his lineman. He'll gain 5. Wide to the right. Yep, not even close right there. Looks like Jawan Jennings might have hurt himself. Hopefully he's okay. You did have San Francisco. I'm sure we all had San Francisco. Yeah, I took them 25-23. So I also had them. By the way, the Panthers obviously called a timeout after that play. Leaves them with 1 remaining. McCaffrey tonight, 140 total yards, 87 rushing, 53 receiving. And he's also found the end zone. They get it to him again. Toss it to him to the left side, and this time he's slammed down. After a gain of just a yard, maybe two. And the third and final timeout called by the Panthers right here with 2:29 to go. NFC playoff picture right now: the leaders in the division: Rams, Eagles, Bears, and Buccaneers. Wildcard teams: the Seahawks, Packers, and 49ers. And somehow the Lions would be out of the playoffs if it started today. They're currently 7-4. Boy, I mean, that's so weird. The Lions, Chiefs, and Ravens would not be in the playoffs if they started today. Imagine telling somebody that before the season. Or imagine telling someone that was going to be the case before the season. I think I said that wrong the first time. But a 3rd and 3. They flip this to Pearsall in the reverse. Pearsall gets a block, spins through contact, and he's very close. I think he's going to be just short of a first down. So it brings up 4th and 1. And that is also going to bring us the 2-minute warning. And I got to change this because I don't need to do anything. But we got 2 minutes to go. And it's going to be 4th and short for the 49ers. I think I go for that, by the way. To try to just put the game away right now. I mean, even if you don't get it, you're still in a good spot, up by 11. But that'll be interesting to see the decision. Like you were saying earlier, Phil, the AFC will win the title this year, better teams. Yeah, I mean, I could see it going either way. I mean, I think the AFC has more teams with the potential to win it. But, I mean, I do think the NFC still has a good chance with the Rams. And, I mean, even though I don't think they're an elite team, I didn't even think they were an elite team last year, the Eagles. But I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of teams who can win the Super Bowl. If I had to pick a team right now, I'd say the Rams, but there's a million different ways it could end up going. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial at the 2-minute warning. We'll see the decision here for Kyle Shanahan, how aggressive he wants to get. An 11-point game. '49ers lead this one 20-9, 2 minutes to go. Panthers also out of timeouts. Yeah, I go for this. And the 49ers will go for it. They got the offense on the field. They motion Juszczyk out of the backfield. Juszczyk now comes under center as he's going to take the snap. They're just going to try to draw him off. They're actually going to go for it. Play clock winding down. And the play clock's going to expire here. So let's see if they're going to punt it, take the away and punt, or if they're going to call timeout. So they do call timeout. I go for this. You're up by 11. You got 2 minutes to go. You win the game if you get it, and you need like 6 inches. And I mean, if you don't get it, you're giving the Panthers the ball on their own 45-yard line, and they need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal just to tie the game. And they need to recover an outside kick. I don't know. I take the chance right here and go for it from Kyle Shanahan. So they will go for it. Purdy under center, going to try to sneak it ahead. He's got a first down. Purdy moves the sticks. And the 49ers going to hold on for the win. Not necessarily hold on, but get the win. Final score is going to be 20-9. And now victory formation for the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, another game of 30-plus touches. 142 scrimmage yards. And he has 5 games of at least 30 touches this season. The rest of the NFL combined has 4. That's kind of crazy how involved he is. And with the heavy workload, it's, I don't want to say surprising, but a little bit to see McCaffrey be able to stay so healthy. I mean, obviously a player who struggled with injuries in his career. But McCaffrey had 31 total touches today, 24 carries, 7 catches. And coming into the game, he was 3rd in the NFL in carries. And I would assume probably near the top in catches as well. But final score is going to be 20-9 as the 49ers beat the Panthers. And they improved to 8-4 on the season. And the Panthers fall to 6-6. Alright, let's see. McCaffrey was 3rd in carries coming into the game. And 193. So he now leads the NFL in rush attempts. And as far as catches go, he was 6th coming into the game. And yeah, he also leads the NFL in catches. Man, talk about a heavy workload. Christian McCaffrey leading the NFL in rush yards, or rushes and receptions. He's going to have 81 catches, which is most in the NFL. One more than Trey McBride, Puka Nacua, and Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he leads the NFL in rush attempts with 217. Now, I mean, he has played one more game than everybody. The 49ers have not had their bye yet. But it is still very impressive to see somebody lead the NFL in rush attempts and catches. And it's also very interesting to see McCaffrey be able to handle that big of a workload as he's getting older as well. He's probably closer to 30 now. McCaffrey's 29. And, I mean, especially with somebody with an injury history like his. But the 49ers beat the Panthers 20-9. And they improved to 8-4. The Panthers fall to 6-6. And the 49ers try to keep pace in the race for a wildcard spot in the NFC. And a potentially the NFC West. Although they might be a little too far out of that by now. But I mean, it's going to be quite the battle to get in, especially in the NFC. Because, I mean, you look at the 49ers right now, they're 8-4 and they have the last seed in the NFC. The Lions are 7-4, not in the playoffs. And, I mean, the AFC is similar. Like, you've got good teams battling right there. You've got, like, the Texans who are decent. They're 6-5. The Chiefs are 6-5. They're at the 10 seed. But, I mean, they're just going to have a a ton of wins to get into the playoffs in the NFC. Like 8 wins right now you need to get into the playoffs through 12 weeks. And you compare that to last year, well, I mean, you did have to win 10 games in the AFC to get into the playoffs. And in the NFC, you needed to win 11. Seahawks missed the playoffs at 10-7. So I mean, I guess that does check out. Well, it just seems kind of high. But that's gonna do it for this stream, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe, turn on notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. Have a wonderful birthday. Happy Turkey Day, everybody. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe, turn on notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. Happy Thanksgiving, although I have a lot more videos between now and then. Power rankings, predictions, all that stuff. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I do my best to post as often as possible. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you guys.